I think we lost a little bit of momentum. Our legs, we were running kind of a short bench in the second period, killing off penalties, and that goalie is a tough one to crack. I thought we had our opportunities too, but unfortunately we weren't able to get anything in, and Cedarburg was, and congratulations to Cedarburg. It was a great game today.
The heart of this team and just how hard they played.
It's tough. Seniors on this team were leaders on the football team for Reedsburg. Been here for 4 years. It's tough to see them go, but there's a lot of hurt in that locker room. It's been a blue-collar season for us all year to set a school record at 22-3-2, and I'm sad to see the senior class go, but you start rebuilding for the future, but these kids will never be forgotten for what they've done for this program.
You got future. How good was Dylan?
Dylan Brown was a phenomenal hockey player. As a freshman coming out there onto the ice and be able to put up 2 goals in one of the biggest event in high school hockey. Dylan's going to be a special player for us. Excited to see him come back for his sophomore season. But yeah, for Dylan to score 2 goals as a freshman in this environment, it's just amazing. He's just an amazing young kid also. So my hat's off to Dylan Brown.
And there were quick strikes at the start of each period. What did he see, and how important was it to kind of set a good tone like that?
Dylan's just a smart player. He sees the ice real well. Unfortunately, on that first one, he was able to get that chip out pass and get down into the zone and beat the goalie. And we set the goals both periods, all 3 periods actually. They said, hey, we're going to score first in this period. And fortunately, first and second period, we were able to do that. Third period, they struck first, and the difference maker in the game.
What did you say between the second and third, and what did you feel you had to guard against from Cedarburg?
I told them, look, we have 17 more miles to taking one more step further in the program. RWD and Cedarburg were here at the same time 5 years ago, and this time around, our goal was to get the game 2. Told the guys, look, if you thought Friday night felt great for celebrating after winning the sectional finals, this game is going to feel that much better because then you're one step closer and you're in the top 4 teams in the state of Wisconsin.
You guys seem to not have the same, gusto offensively in the second and third periods as you did in the first. Anything in particular that maybe they were doing to slow you guys down a little bit?
It wasn't so much slowing us down. We had one of our players get a pretty banged up wrist through the second period. And, unfortunately for us, we don't have quite the depth, and so it kind of makes you have to change your line combinations and so forth out there. And so second period, we had some different line combinations working, so I think it took away from our thrust a little bit on the offensive side of the game. So
who was it that banged up?
Alex Anderson, number 7, got injured.
Dylan's 2 goals, I thought his speed, as much as anything, really, created those opportunities. Talk a little bit about his breakaway speed there.
Dylan Brown, from the start of the season to coming this far, everyone questioned his size, whether he could make it through a WIAA season, and the kid has gotten smarter, sharper. His speed has increased tremendously as the season has progressed, and I can only imagine what Dylan Brown's going to become as a sophomore, because the kid just works at everything, and he's the most humble young man you'll ever meet, so he's just a good kid.
That second goal in the third period for Cedarburg, it looked like Mike maybe was caught just a little bit off guard. The way they controlled the puck and fired it, real quick in between 2 defenders. Did he say anything about what he saw in that sequence?
No, I haven't had a chance really to talk to Mike right now. The locker room's pretty emotional, but it's kind of a fluke play. The pucks in this rink tend to bounce a lot too. So the goalie is preparing that the puck's going to be moving up ice, and yet there's a shot fired on him. Which I think he was maybe slightly out of position, but I thought Mike had a fantastic game, and Mike's had a fantastic run for us. So.
And the way they scored those 2 goals as quick as they did, did it seem to take anything, any kind of a punch to the gut at all, just with how quick it happened?
It did, but all year long we've been fighting from behind. Our first game of the year, the way our season started, we were down to Wisconsin Rapids 3-0, fought back, tied them 5-5. And, we have faced adversity all year, and we practice all these scenarios. And, every night we practice pulling the goalie and this kind of situations and so forth. But, yeah, the third one does give you a punch in the gut, but with this group, I never believe the game is over.
Do you have last question, do you have a process that you go by to decide when you're going to pull the goalie? Did you think about pulling him a little earlier, or what's your thought process there?
I couldn't get the time, or I couldn't get the whistle. I was wanting to get the timeout at about the 2-minute mark, so we'd have about 2 minutes to work it. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the whistle. Cedarburg played a great game plan, and every time that puck came out, they just dumped it back in, forcing us to try to have to work the length of the ice. But yeah, I would have liked to have called the timeout at the 2-minute mark to kind of get everything set in range. So, but unfortunately, wasn't able to do that tonight.
Anything else, Neil?
No, that's good.
Awesome. Congrats on a great year.
Thank you very much. It's all to the kids.